President Bongbong Marcos is now on his way to Switzerland for this year's World Economic Forum. At least 27 people are dead due to recent flooding triggered by several weather disturbances. And our Bonnie Gabriel of the United States is crowned as Miss Universe, besting over 80 other candidates. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin the newscast with President Bongbong Marcos departing for Davos, Switzerland to attend the World Economic Forum. In his departure speech, Marcos Jr. said he will bring up various issues, including rising food prices and threats of climate change in the event. He added that he will highlight the quote economic gains of the Philippines in the past months, as well as his infrastructure projects for the country.
Where we are given the opportunity to promote the Philippines as leader and driver of growth and the gateway to the Asia-Pacific region. And we're ready to complement regional and global expansion plans of both foreign and Philippine-based enterprises.
The president said he also plans to share the country's experience in managing the COVID-19 pandemic and his administration's next steps toward recovery. This is the first in-person meeting for the WEF since the onset of the health crisis.
I intend to share our efforts in saving both lives and livelihoods, as well as the people-centered next steps that we are taking to ensure that we are ready to meet the lingering effects of the pandemic and address the occurrence of the possible next one.
Thousands of leaders from the government, business, and civil society are attending this year's Davos Forum. But what exactly is it? Bloomberg tells us in this video.
The global elite are gathering at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. It's the annual meeting's first winter event in 3 years, and the ski town attracts CEOs, billionaires, and celebrities for a week of discussions on income inequality, climate change, and so much more. Now, this year's theme, cooperation in a fragmented world. But the event does often draw criticism for attracting the ultra-rich who pontificate about global issues without really committing to fixing them.
Your inaction is fueling the flames by the hour.
Show me the money. Talk is cheap. It turns out that nobody is as generous with their actual dollars as they are with their pledges in their press release.
We can talk for a very long time about all these stupid philanthropy schemes. We can invite Bono once more, but come on, we got to be talking about taxes. Yes. That's it. Taxes, taxes, taxes. All the rest is, in my opinion.
One area where we might see some movement is on the breakdown of panels. During the last World Economic Forum, a third of the panels were devoted specifically to ESG, and the use of words like environmentalism in those Davos press releases has actually tripled since 2014. Sometimes who's not there is more interesting than who is. Former President Donald Trump is not attending, nor is current President Joe Biden. And embattled crypto entrepreneur SBF is obviously out, but there will be plenty of panels on the future of digital currency. So follow a quick take on all social platforms to get our updates on the World Economic Forum on the ground in Davos.
Now back here in the Philippines, the Agriculture Department claims that onion prices could go down in the coming days. DA Assistant Secretary Cristina Evangelista said there were more harvests this month compared to December and that we have not reached the peak of harvest season yet. The DA monitored that current market prices of onion have settled at around 550 pesos per kilo. As a point of reference, the department said farm gate onion prices start at 450 pesos per kilo. The DA has also approved the importation of some 21,000 metric tons of onions in a bid to lower prices.
So as far as the onions are concerned, we are looking at the prices that it's supposed to go down already. One, of course, is also that there are more harvests this coming second week of January as compared to December. We have not reached the peak of the harvest because it's really March.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The city government of Borongan in eastern Samar plans to relocate some of its residents after a landslide in one barangay. Mayor Dayan Agda said they are focusing on making a shelter plan for the affected residents instead of immediately providing river control, which will cost them more than over 200 million pesos. This came after continuous heavy rains triggered a landslide in Barangay Siha. Meanwhile, Provincial Governor Ben Evardone said there's a problem in the supply of goods, particularly rice. This as around 600 hectares of farmland in the province were inundated by floods ahead of harvest season. Evardone called on the national government to provide assistance.
Yung mga tupad ng DOLE, yun ipang pasweldo dun sa magtatanim. Yung financial assistance ng DSWD, yung AX. Ganon, yun dapat bigyan yun yung mga farmers na nasira ang kanilang mga palayan para magkaroon sila ng pera, yun ang pambayad nila sa magtatanim kung mayroong certified.
The death toll in over 10 regions has already climbed to 27, while 11 people are injured and 3 others remain missing. The recent rains and floods were triggered by low-pressure areas, Shear Line, and Amihan. Now, over in Cebu, the 2023 Grand Sinulog Festival kicks off today. Despite the setbacks on the choice of venue, officials deemed this year's Sinulog a success. The activities of the day began with the mass, followed by a float parade and the traditional dance competition. Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama said the Santo Niño heeded their prayers for the return of the festival. Recall that Sinulog festivities were toned down in the past 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A fireworks display will also be held at the South Road properties later tonight to end the day. Filipina-American Arboni Gabriel of the United States has won the 71st Miss Universe crown. She bested over 80 beauty queens from all over the world. Amanda Dudamel from Venezuela is the first runner-up, followed by Dominican Republic's Andreina Martinez. Meanwhile, Philippines' Beth Celeste Cortesi ended her Miss Universe journey early as she failed to make it to the top 16. This is the first time in 12 years that the country has not made it to the semifinals of the pageant. The coronation night was held in New Orleans in Louisiana, United States. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.